Hey Phil, it's Oceana. We spoke on the phone the other day, you probably remember. So I know that you said you were restructuring and you weren't sure exactly where you were going with your business, and so I thought this would be a good opportunity to do some keyword research for you. Basically, find out how many people are searching for your services in the areas around where you serve. Maybe I can help you guide that decision a little bit going forward. So I'm going to jump right in. So your website looks great. It really does look fantastic. I would make the call button click to call all over it instead of just right here, but I mean, that's a small thing. And then your content. So we really suggest to our clients that you have at least 2,000 words on your homepage. And then, so if I click Control A, oh, I don't have that plug in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, anyway, I don't think that you definitely don't have quite 2,000 words here, but usually I have a little plug-in here that I click and it shows me how many words, but I'm using a different browser than I usually do, so I apologize. It's my fault. But I can see here that you don't have that many words, and you're definitely going to want to include more words on your homepage and make sure that certain keywords that you want to show up for are in those words, basically. And I'll talk more about how we figure out which words that will come a little bit later. Now, another thing, you actually do very well on this site, whoever made it. You included the images and saved them as keywords that you want to be found for. I might change the keywords, resave the images as, this one was saved as residential concrete work. That if somebody looks up residential concrete work, you're more likely to be found for that because you saved the images that. So well done. I might change those two words that are that are going to do you even more good, but that's just adding to it an already good stable foundation. So that's great. Now I'm going to pull up. This is Ahrefs. Ahrefs, however you want to say it. So basically what it does is it gives me an in-depth view of how a website is performing. And I put in your website here, and this is not good numbers, I'm sorry to tell you. So you're not ranking for any keywords, meaning that no matter what someone puts into Google, your website's not really coming up in the first 100 results, and really you want to be in the top 10 results, so you're not doing well there. Your UR and DR rating are very low. We usually like to see about 30s, and these are zeros and no data. So, and then referring domains. So these are backlinks. You really want to have backlinks. So what is that? What that's going to do is, so a backlink is links from other credible and relevant sites back to your website. It passes power from that website to your website and basically tells Google that you're relevant and credible as well, so that it'll push you to the top of those results. And so you definitely want to increase those numbers, but you don't want to just get like random backlinks from random sites because that's actually going to lower your score if it's not relevant and if it's not credible websites. So you've got to put a little bit of thought into those, but that's definitely something we can help you with if you're interested. Okay, so then when doing a bit of research, and since you're restructuring and trying to figure it out, I tried to figure out what you do via your website, and pretty much all I got from it is basically concrete work. I mean, if you do more services, I can absolutely look into those services as well, but I just focused on concrete for now because I knew for a fact you do it. I looked at Seattle itself, and then also the areas surrounding Federal Way. I think that's what the area was called. Yeah, Federal Way, separately, so that I could kind of get numbers for both, because I noticed on the map that there are some areas that are easier to get to from Federal Way than Seattle. I'm not super familiar with the Seattle area. I lived there for about a month a while back, and it was great, but I didn't get to know the area that well in that short time. So let's see, 9:30. So let's see, where am I going with this? First video of the morning, I apologize. So This here, we have a keywords explorer. Basically, I type in the keyword that I want to focus on. I do some numbers magic and some search magic, basically. And what I've got here is a bunch of things that people type into Google when they're looking for your services, and they're in the Seattle area for this page. Or if I click over here, I've got Tacoma, Olympia, Renton. Basically, those were the three that I got any significant search volume for. So if you wanted to stay away from the Seattle area, I found 370 searches a month that are fairly easy to grab. These numbers under 10 here, the KD stands for keyword difficulty. That basically means how difficult would it be to get onto that first page of Google. And we've got decent numbers here, so we could definitely help you with that. And then this is how many people are typing that particular keyword into Google on average every single month. So we've got concrete Tacoma, 90 people a month are searching for that. We've got concrete contractors Tacoma, 70 people. And so if we add these up, we get 370. And some quick calculation, about 3% of those are going to turn into jobs each month, statistically, if you're sitting in the #1 spot. So that's pretty cool. So here is the search results if somebody types in concrete contractors Seattle. Oh, I wanted to show you really fast this right here. Seattle, if you don't want to avoid Seattle, if you want to go ahead and still work in Seattle, then you've got another 930 total volume of people searching for your services, but in the Seattle area. So that definitely is higher than that 370. And again, same statistic, about 3% of those are going to turn into actual paying customers every month if you're sitting in that first position. Okay, so I looked up concrete contractors Seattle, since that's a big one. First, you see the ads. Most people skip right past that. They are useful in their time, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Then we have the map pack. I'm sure you're familiar with it as a consumer. This is a good place to get up into there. You definitely you want to be up here, and how you do that is you get citations. So a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number is listed anywhere on the internet in directories like Yext, City Star, etc. Anywhere across the internet, and that's going to pass power to you similarly to backlinks, but instead of getting you up the organic results, it's going to help you get into this map pack up here. Okay, so there's a bunch of directories here that are showing up first. This tells me that this person who finally is the first local business is probably not doing much, because Google does like to push local businesses up closer to the top. And then I actually opened it twice, but that's okay. Okay, so this is your competitor's website. They're the one that's doing the best on Google right now for that particular keyword, and they're not doing a whole lot differently than you are, to be honest. Their site, for as far as I can tell, is about as good as yours. They got more lucky with their keywords and ended up near the top of that keyword, but they're really not much to compete with. If we look over here, they do have a little bit higher of a UR and DR rating, but still nowhere near that 30, right? And then their referring domains, they actually have less than you do. But they are showing up for more keywords. So what we can do is we can go in here and take a look and basically use what we call the copycat method. So we've got concrete contractor Seattle. 150 people are looking for that every month. It's not going to be very difficult to get up into that first spot. They're in the 8th position, so they're on the first page, but they are not in the first spot. And they're getting 5 people to their website every month from being in the 8th position. If they were in the first position, or if you were in the first position, you'd expect about 50 people to the site every month. So that would be really nice. Okay, so that is basically that. I hope that this was helpful to you. Definitely going forward, you're going to want to focus on, whatever it is that you end up deciding that you're going to do. It's really good to do some keyword research and find out if you can get to the top of the Google results for that service in that area, because that's going to help you just have lots of incoming leads that are, they're not shared like they are with Home Advisor. You're not going to share them with a bunch of different people. You don't have to pay Home Advisor every time you get a lead. It's really nice just to have those calls coming in and people just expecting you to help them instead of, you know, coming in with the mindset that they're going to have several different, you know, different companies competing for their business. So that's going to help you a lot. Real quick, the words are not happening today. I apologize. Recap is the word I'm looking for. So you definitely want to increase the content on your website to 2,000 or more, just on that home page, and then 1,000 or more on the back pages. You will want to implement some backlinks, links from other websites going back to yours that are both credible and relevant. And then, you know, my example keyword is concrete Portland, Oregon, you know, but concrete Seattle, Washington is, you know, more relevant to you. And then you want to add citations, name, address, and phone number to your Google My Business listing. I don't know why it says to your Google My Business listing. You're going to want to make sure that the Google My Business listing is accurate, and then make sure that you have that same name, address, and phone number listed across the internet on different directories. And that's going to help you get up into the top of the map pack so that you're found by people using maps to find a local business. So I hope that this was helpful. I will be following up with you to see if you found this helpful and if I moved too quickly, if I needed to slow down on any particular part, or if I could have skipped something altogether. Here's my email and phone number at the top here, as well as you can find it in the email that I send you with this video in it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.